Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this really pretty sultry burgundy eye makeup look that I probably should have uploaded for Valentine's Day, but you know, here we are. So if you guys want to see how I do this look, then just keep on watching. Alright, so starting off, I'm going to take this Monami serum. It's an Aloe and Hyaluronic acid face serum. It's really an oil, but they call it a face serum. And I'm going to mix it with this Clarks Botanicals Deep Moisture Mask. It's a face mask, and it can also be used as a moisturizer as well, which I think is really cool. But I'm just going to use these two to really hydrate the face because my skin has been hella dry. I'm not sure if it's the winter or what, but it has been so dry. Alright, now this next thing that I'm using is this glow serum by Valjean Labs. It has vitamin C and magnesium in it, which is really going to help brighten up your skin and kind of even out your skin tone, which is what I clearly need with my hyperpigmentation. And the next thing that we are using is the Organic Pharmacy's Lip and Eye Cream. It's just a really thick moisturizer targeted specifically for under eye and around your mouth, which happens to be the two places that I get the most dry. And I got this in my Ipsy bag, so I don't know where you would get it. But yeah, moving on. I did my brows off camera just to save a little bit of time, and now I am priming my eyes. Completely blank for a second. I'm priming my eyes using the Milani 2-in-1 concealer and foundation in the shade Nutmeg. I really like using this to prime my eyes because it's not as light as using a concealer, so if I'm going in with like a bright color or something that doesn't really blend well, it won't look as like white and casty as it would if I use like a lighter concealer. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but yeah. And I'm just setting this with some Airspun translucent setting powder, and I'm doing it one eye at a time because my eyelids crease really fast, so it works better for me if I just do one eye, set it, and then do the other eye, and then set that one later. Alright, now I'm going in with my Carli Bybel eyeshadow and highlighter palette, and I'm using the third highlighter shade to highlight my brow bone. And I did forget to show a couple of products, and this is one of them, so just bear with me. I will talk you guys through and tell you what I'm using. Now onto the shadow. I'm starting off with this Saharan blush palette by Juvias Place, and I'm taking the pink shade out of that palette, and I'm using that as my first transition shade using a Morphe M330 blending brush. It's a really tapered, fluffy blending brush, and it's going to get the product distributed pretty evenly, and it's going to like kind of smoke it out so it doesn't go on as harsh as if I was to use a smaller tapered brush or something more more defined. So yeah, I'm just going to do that on both eyes, obviously. Alright, now I'm taking a Morphe G30 brush, and I'm just going to blend that out even more because this brush is really good at dispersing products. Like, it really like smokes it out even more. But yeah, the next shade that I'm going in with is this purple shade out of the Masquerade palette. And I'm using a double-sided Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. It came in my Subculture palette. And I really like using this brush for getting right in the crease. It's such a good blending brush for the crease. I know some people don't like using like brushes that come with palettes, but honestly, this Anastasia brush is everything. I cannot go a day without using it. It's such a good brush. Alright, now I'm taking the Saharan blush palette. I cannot talk today. I'm taking the Saharan eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking that burgundy shade, which is kind of the star of this look, and I'm just going to use that same brush and really build up that color because this is the main color that I wanted to work with when I planned out this look. So I'm taking this dark purple shade out of the Subculture palette, and the clip got deleted. I didn't even know tell until I started editing, but I'm going to use that shade to deepen up my crease on a smaller defined blending brush. And then I'm taking the shimmery burgundy shade out of that same Saharan palette by Juvias Place, and I'm going to just place that all over the lid. I didn't want to cut my crease and make it like too defined. I kind of wanted it to be like a smoky, really simple look, nothing too dramatic, nothing too crazy. And then I'm going to take that purple and just kind of blend the edges together. Alright, so moving on to face, I'm taking this Nivea Post Shave Balm to use as primer. Now, this as a primer is not going to like blur your pores or like cover up anything, minimize anything. It's just a primer to make your face tacky so that way your foundation sticks onto your face a lot better. It's really cheap. It's like what, $5 something I believe at Walmart, and it lasts a while because it's such a big bottle. So I recommend that you guys get it. Alright, now I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour palette in medium, I believe. And I'm taking that salmon color out of the palette to color correct the darkness around my mouth. I have really bad hyperpigmentation, so I do have to color correct. But I did just find a new foundation that I don't have to color correct, so be on the lookout for that video because I will be doing a, what's it called, foundation routine video for covering, you know, hyperpigmentation and stuff without having to color correct. Alright, so now I'm taking that same Airspun powder on this, I forgot what company this is from. I believe it's a Luxie brush, I don't remember which one. And I'm just gonna set that powder in, set the color correct in place. Jeez, I cannot talk today. Now I'm going back into the Saharan blush palette and I'm taking that first gold highlighter shade just to highlight my face before I put on any foundation. I really like doing this because it gives the appearance of having on like an illuminating primer when I actually don't have an illuminating primer. I just have a highlighter. So I'm taking a mixture of, what is it? Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 355 Coconut. And I mixed it with the Milani 2-in-1 Conceal foundation in the shade Nutmeg, the same thing I used to prime my eyes. And I'm just going to bounce that on my face with a Real Technique sponge. Alright, so to highlight and contour, I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Concealers in Dark Cocoa and Warm Honey. Dark Cocoa to contour and Warm Honey to highlight. And I'm just going to place those along, or at least the contour. I'm putting the contour along my cheekbones, my jawline, to kind of slim down my double chin, you know. And along my forehead, just to kind of slim it down a little bit, make it look a little bit less big. Even though I don't really have a big forehead, it's just, I don't know, I can't do my makeup without contouring my forehead. And I'm going to do a little contour of my nose, nothing too dramatic. I'm not really going for like a crazy base today. I want the focus to really be on the eyes. And I'm just going to define my chin a little bit too. I don't know, I feel like it kind of adds to the whole contouring situation. Now I'm going to place the highlight shade underneath my eyes, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and I think underneath my cheekbones. If I don't do it in this video, I usually do it. I usually do it because it helps clean up your contour, and with me, I have a problem. I have a serious problem with blending out my contour. Like, I never noticed it before, but I don't know, I can never blend out my contour precisely anymore. I don't know what the situation is, so usually I go in with a little bit of concealer and we'll just clean it up a little bit, but I don't know why I didn't do that today. But yeah, oh well, nothing I can do about it now. Alright, now to set the highlighter in place, I'm going to mix the Airspun powder with some Mercier Transluscent powder to set underneath the eyes and everywhere that we place concealer. I really love using this mixture together. Usually when I use the Laura Mercier, it's a little closer to my skin tone, so like on days when I don't really want a super highlighted under eye, I'll use it by itself. And then like on the own, the Airspun powder can sometimes be a little light on me. I don't know, my skin has its days when it wants to be lighter and when it wants to be darker. But on those days, I can get away with using the Airspun by itself. But for the most part, I do mix the two together. Alright, now to bronze and contour, I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix Powder in NW45, this NYX bronzer in the shade Medium, I believe, and this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Duo. And we're just going to start off with bronzing because I do like to bronze first. And then, you know, if I need a little extra assistance, a little extra chiseling, then that's when I'll go in with the contour. But I don't always contour, I just wanted like just a slight chisel to the cheeks, you know. Now to start highlighting, I'm going to take that same gold highlighter shade out of the Juvias Place palette on this Royal and Langnickel fan brush. This is my favorite brush to use for highlighting cheekbones because it just fits my cheekbones so perfectly because I have such weirdly high cheekbones that it literally like hugs it and it just goes on so nice. So I'm going to highlight my cheekbones, my forehead, my nose, and my chin, and I think my upper lip. I don't know, I filmed this video a while back and I'm just now getting around to uploading it per usual. I will try to be better though. But yeah, I'm just gonna highlight the face, make sure that whenever the light hits my face, it's like pow, you know. And then I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild highlighter just to be a little extra, you know, you can never be too highlighted. And this one is the rose gold shade. I'm just gonna pop that right on top. Blush, we're dipping back into that same Juvia's Place palette, and I'm taking the pink and orange shade blushes, and I'm just going to brush that on my cheeks, using the same brush that I did to contour and bronze and all that jazz. But I did pick up a little bit too much, so I had to like use that one dip for both sides of my face because this stuff is so pigmented. As you see, I had to literally blow off some of the powder. Alright, so since I forgot to conceal underneath my cheekbones, I'm going to use the Airspun powder to kind of carve it out with some setting powder. It'll give you the same effect, but I just like the way the concealer looks. It really makes it look nice and clean, and sometimes just the powder alone can make it come off looking kind of muddy, but it didn't do that today, but it does sometimes, you know, it's like a hit and a miss kind of situation. But I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones, let it sit for a little bit while I finish off my eyes. And I'm just going to repeat the same steps that I did on my eyelid on the lower lash line. Now I am taking Cube out of the Anastasia Subculture palette to highlight my inner corner. It looks white in the palette, but when you use it, it's actually like a pink iridescent white. And I'm going to mix it with this white gold shade in the Juvia's Place Saharan palette. and just make it pop a little bit more. And for mascara, I'm using the Benefit They're Real Mascara. I'm just going to pop that on before I put on my false lashes. And for lashes, today I'm going to be using the Demi Wispies, I believe, by Ardell. Alright, so after a quick little outfit change, I'm coming back to finish off the rest of my face, and I'm going to start off by dusting off that powder, that contour powder, and I'm just going to retouch up my lip highlight before I go in with gloss. And for gloss, I'm going to be using the Trust Fund Beauty lip gloss in the shade Blame Game. This is literally my favorite lip product ever. Like, I don't even need to do lipstick or anything if I don't have to. If I can just get away with wearing this on its own with every single makeup look I do, I would do it because this lip gloss is everything to me, literally. And that, guys, concludes this video. I hope that you enjoyed my little start to finish makeup tutorial. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!